Hey you guys, it's time for Sunday Live Q&A. I'm so excited to be back. I've been gone for 2 weeks. I had an awesome trip with my best friend in Taiwan. And so because of the time changes and, the unpredictability of the whole scenario, we haven't had live Q&A for 2 damn weeks. But we're back. Super excited to connect with you guys and support you in solving whatever problems you are facing or challenges you're having with your own massage practices, okay? So if this is the first time that we've met, I'm Rebecca Overson, and this is my Facebook group, The Art of Building a Successful Massage Practice. I've been a licensed massage therapist since 1995, and after 8 years of struggling and failing to support myself, I quit massage therapy. And then I came back a few years later and I built a thriving practice seemingly overnight. Although we know things never happen overnight. I mean, gosh, it took me over a decade to get to the point where I could build a practice quickly. But I built a very thriving, very successful practice that I ran for 9 years until I sold it. It's been almost a year ago that I sold it. So I now dedicate my time to raising up people in this profession that are struggling, struggling to make a living, struggling to get where you want to go financially, struggling to make your practice work. So I offer an 8-week mentoring program. It's a business program for massage therapists where I help them, get cooking. I help them double, triple, quadruple, 8x, 10x their income within a year of working with me and really figure out how to run a thriving practice. So I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but most massage therapists are like totally right brain people, number phobic, structure aversive. And so until you master those certain things that are required to have a successful foundation for your business, then, that's why most therapists struggle. It's not because they don't have great skills. It's because they don't know how to run a business. So that's what I do is I teach massage therapists how to do that and become kick-ass, confident business owners in a really short period of time. So I am here every single Sunday at 5 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. We do this for an hour, and I'm totally available to you. You guys can ask me anything. We can problem solve. We can troubleshoot. I can coach you, whatever it is that you guys need. Bring it to this live Q&A so that I can support you. All right. And obviously throughout the whole rest of the week, you can post whatever you want in the Facebook group. And we have an amazing supportive group of people here. We also have some assholes here. Don't worry, we ban and block them. I had to ban a few people just this morning as I was laying in bed. I was like, really, people? Be nice or get out. So generally speaking, very nice, awesome, positive, safe place to be, except when bad people creep in and we have to boot them. So we're not afraid to drop the ban hammer as needed. All right, so guys, as we get started, let's why don't you guys introduce yourselves, okay? So say hi in the comments below. Tell me how many years you've been in practice and where you practice. And that way I can get to know you better. Even if you've been on this, 50 times, please just still post who you are, where you practice, and how many years you've been in practice. Also, so other members of the community can get to know you. And then I would love to hear what's one awesome thing that happened for you in the last week. Goals met, successes, anything that you want to celebrate. I'd love to know what's awesome. And then if you have any questions for me, just post those in the comments below and we're going to start hitting those. Guys, don't be shy, okay? Some of you are watching this going, oh, I don't want to take up all the time. I want to let other people ask questions. Knock that off and just put your questions in the comments below, okay? Because I promise you, whatever that question is that you're thinking and you're worried you're going to look stupid or something, I promise you lots of other people have that question and you're going to be their hero for asking it, okay? Cool beans. All right, so let's say who's in the house tonight. Robin's here. Yay, my amazing assistant, Robin. Hi, Taequasia. I love you. Katie's here. Alexis. Hi, Alexis. Gosh, long time no see, lady. Great to see you. Hi, Jamie. Yes, I am talking. If my face is frozen, it's probably your internet connection. All right. Everything looks fine over here on our end. So sorry, Jamie, if you're having trouble watching. Tilo's in the house. Sarah, what's up? Thanks for the welcome back. Okay, Danny, how's it going, girl? Good to see you. Tatiana is here. Love it. Okay. Sherry Goodman Graham, good to see you. And all right, yeah, so Jamie, Robin, if you could just maybe let Jamie know it's probably her internet connection. Okay. So, you know, if she can be in a more dedicated spot, that would be good. All right. Yeah, I know, right? Speaking of success, Taequasia is celebrating. Her numbers are up almost 20% since last month. And I will tell you, she's a graduate of my program, so this wasn't like a fluke. We kicked some serious butte and plugged some leaks in her already awesome practice, and she gave herself a 20% raise even though she worked less last month. Who else wants that, right? Then you should ask me about my program because it's amazing. All right, let's see. Vince, what's up? Oh my gosh, I have like so many of my longtime friends here. Hi, Christine. Hi, Rhonda. Okay, Jamie, it's working from your phone. Rock on. Perfect. Danny, thank you. Good to see you too. Rhino's watching. Oh, hey, Rhino, just so you know, this is very different from the support you get in the program. Okay, this is like, you know, you don't have to be here, okay? You're getting a ton of coaching in my program, right? So, all right, so let's see. Katie hit over 100 clients in February. Boom. Guys, Katie's one of my graduates too. Guys, I hope you don't mind I'm outing you, okay? But and this month is your 1-year anniversary opening your solo practice. Katie, that's amazing. What are you doing to celebrate? Oh my gosh. Maybe we should just fly out and we can go to lunch together. That'd be super fun. Stephanie's in the house. I know, isn't that so great, you guys? It makes me so happy to help you guys succeed. And look, I've even heard from so many of you that I haven't worked with that are just a part of this group. You participate in the live Q&As. You get all the free help that I offer. And you're making amazing strides in your practice. So I want you to imagine what would be possible if you could have my dedicated attention and support and strategies for 8 weeks. Then you can really produce incredible results. So I love it. I'm so proud of you guys. It makes me so happy. All right, so let's see here. Danny has been firing off some questions. Danny, I love it. Don't stop. So Danny says, how can we get more clear on niches? All right, so you guys, there's a lot of, you know, if you're like listening to other people, if you're taking advice from your massage therapy school instructors, and they might tell you something different than what I'm telling you. But when I talk about a niche, as I define it, is a population you serve or a problem you solve. A specific syndrome, okay? So, you know, you guys give me examples of your niches, those of you that have them. Or if you think you have one, say what it is and let me know if you're not sure, and I'll tell you if that's a good niche or not. And the population thing, it's got to be a population that has a problem that massage therapy fixes or addresses, okay? So I don't mean a population like people who are retired. Like being retired isn't necessarily an indication for massage. Do you see what I'm saying? It has to be like triathletes or pregnant women or, you know, that would be a population. Or an example of a problem that you solve would be like whiplash, cervical spine pain, lower back pain, you know, like gait issues for competitive runners and triathletes. See what I'm saying? And the reason why this is important, by the way, you guys, as we do this, if there's anything I say that like leads to another question or you disagree or you need clarification, make sure you put that in the comments. There is a lot of lag, but we'll kind of cycle back through and I'll pick up all those comments, I promise. Okay. So the thing about a niche is that I'm actually going to say something that might fly in the face of some things that you've been taught. But I'm gonna make a bold statement here, which is that you can't market effectively unless you're talking to a specific problem that you solve. Okay? So how can you get more clarity on your niche, Danny? Well, what do you want to do? Where do you want to give your gifts? Who do you want to serve? When I went to massage school, for some reason, I had this huge like desire to work with children with cerebral palsy. It was the weirdest thing. I don't know. Maybe I was reading some of Upledger's books and read some stories, and I don't know. Like there was just something like I wanted to work with children with special needs. It just tugged at me. Now, ironically, I quit massage, and then I ended up having a niece born with cerebral palsy. So like, right, there's like certain personal stories. Like I've got a graduate of my program whose mother died of breast cancer when she was 17 years old. And I helped her to brand and get up and running this whole, massage practice dedicated to supporting women who have been diagnosed with or are recovering from breast cancer. How amazing is that? Because it's personally relevant to her. Okay. So this is not demographics. This is not a target market. This is not people in 20-mile radius of this particular metropolitan area that make X $1,000 per month and are ages 35 to 55. That's not a niche. Okay. So Danny, best thing is for you to think about, like, what do you love? What do you want to do? What could you acquire the skills to do? If you love pregnancy, but you don't know how to do prenatal massage, well, get some training. I happen to have a really awesome training for that. There's so many ways you can acquire the skills that population needs in order to be a specialist. Okay. So let me just scroll through the comments really fast and just see what other, things are popping up here. So, okay. So good. Oh, you guys, I love it. I feel like all so many of my graduates are here tonight, which is just so awesome. So okay, so Danny, okay, so for you, it's been sciatic and piriformis syndrome. Is that a good one? All right, Danny, do you have enough people around you with sciatic and piriformis syndrome who know they have it, that are also looking for massage therapy? And do you have enough of those people around you to fill your practice? That would be my question. Because you also have to have a market for your niche. There has to be enough people with that problem. I live in Salt Lake City, Utah. It's like pregnancy capital of the United States. All right. There are so many pregnant women here that are having 4, 5, 6 children. It's a really great place to practice prenatal massage because there's no shortage of pregnant women around here. Does that make sense? I don't know if I could build a practice in Salt Lake City or even in, Durango, Colorado or something with sciatic and piriformis syndrome, because I don't have any real way of knowing if there's that many people that have that could fill your practice. So that might be a little too specific, Danny. You may have to branch out to like low back and hip, pelvis, type of issues maybe. Okay, so Nancy's niche is headache and migraine relief. Katie's is anxiety and stress, and she helps them with body work and self-care lessons. Rachel, neck and shoulders. Okay, office and state workers mostly. Okay, that's good because you may have a lot of people that are sitting at desks all day that have neck and shoulder issues. Okay, Tilo deals with emotional trauma. What up, Nikki? Holla. Women. Nikki works with women and trans folk. She's a very trans-friendly practice. Okay, yes, Jennifer, geriatric. That is a niche. Okay, so then Danny. Oh, Danny, I love it. You're getting all the coaching tonight, girl. So if I have a niche, do I only advertise for that niche and only see clients within that niche? Like if I work on sciatic, that's all I will focus on. No, of course not. I worked on men. I worked on my mom. I worked on in a prenatal practice. You can still work on whoever you want. But your marketing messaging needs to be dialed in to attract the people that you best serve and are looking for you. Okay, that's honestly the trickiest part, is then how do you find those people? Okay. All right. So, but that's a big fear. Now, Danny, I think you've watched my 5 Shifts webinar. By the way, Robin, can you post the link to the 5 Shifts webinar for those of you that have not seen it? It's a free training I offer. It's 60 minutes long. It's totally free. There's nothing for sale on it. All right. It is just the 5 shifts that I have figured out over a decade and a half of this industry that you have to make if you want to have a thriving practice. Okay. So that'd be a good place to start, because that's one of the shifts I talk about is you have to have a niche. You have to have a, very clearly defined. And I also address some of the concerns and fears. A lot of you think with a niche, you're going to be less visible, and the reverse is actually true. You become known for something. You become more visible. Okay. All right. So, Reiki and spiritual work that's not a niche. That's a modality, Danny. So don't confuse the two. Okay. There you go, Jamie. Exactly. You've healed from breast cancer and you are perfectly situated to help other people heal from breast cancer. Exactly. That's exactly what we're talking about. Hey, Carrie. Okay. Taequasia does chronic pain and injury rehabilitation. Rhonda does athletic recovery. Love it. Okay. And then also, you guys, Robin just posted the link. If you haven't watched my free training, go watch it. It's an on-demand webinar. It runs at the top of every hour. So you can register for it like right now and watch it in 45 minutes if you want to. Okay, it's really great training. So, okay, let me see. Let me go back up here to, there were some other questions at the top. Oh, I just love you guys. I'm so excited that you're here, and thank you for spending your Sunday evening with me. So, okay, so Danny has another great question. What's the best wording for Facebook posts that's not the usual relax and feel better massage posts? Okay, so Danny, when you have a niche, that should solve that problem. You guys, if you're look, relax and feel better, it's like kind of lame. Okay, you guys know you can just count on me to like be super blunt and say the thing. All right, but relax and feel better. It's just not, it's pretty weak marketing. It's like if a restaurant chain was saying, you know, fill up your stomach and to feel better, have a nice meal. Do you get how weak that is in marketing messaging? All right, so I can't specifically give you coaching on Facebook posts, Danny. That's beyond the scope of a free live Q&A. But hopefully that'll get you thinking like what, you know, like when you have a niche, then you can speak to that particular problem and it makes your marketing messaging that much better. So, okay. All right, let's see here. Rhonda, any thoughts on LLC? Okay, now also I'm going to tell my graduates, I love that you're here, and if you're asking questions, you should bring them to our Wednesday live Q&A. Okay, that's what it's there for. All right, I can't advise you on an LLC versus an S Corp, Rhonda. That's a question for an attorney or a CPA. Okay, I am an LLC that is taxed as an S Corp. You got to talk to a CPA about it. So, okay. Yay, Katie, I'm so happy that you're happy. Getting busier and helping is your celebration. Okay, good. Hi, Andrea Bird from Colorado. After 6 years and being very successful in one state, I had to move and start over. Okay, good. Suffering from a start over again. Watching this to uplift. Good. Okay. Well, Andrea, you should apply for my program because I've got 5 openings. I just graduated a whole bunch of people. So if you're serious about your success and you're ready to do whatever it takes to succeed, I promise I can help you get there so much faster. So, you know, just as an option for you. Tilo, things in the works. Yes, I know, I saw that. Opening a physical location. So great. Yeah, with your Arty Chaos. Well, the good thing about that, Tilo, is you're going to get to streamline. You're going to have to decide what's really important to you. And you're going to be able to let go of things that are not truly in alignment with your goal. Okay. All right. So I love it, you guys. I love your comments. It's so great. Jess is here. Drew is here. Let's see here. I'm scrolling. Okay, Jamie, question. How to approach other professionals for them to refer me clients. For me, that would be oncologists, for example. So actually, Jamie, let me give you a little truth bomb right here. Oncologists aren't going to refer people to you. That's not your end. It's really tricky to get oncologists to refer to you. Because they don't need you and they don't think their clients need you. Okay. I had one of my graduates who used to be trying to do an oncology practice, and she met with over 100 doctors. Now, granted, we discovered she was doing it really unskillfully, so she wasted a ton of time in the process. But your best referrals for a cancer practice, think about who's going to be paying for the massages. It's the family. Okay. So, I can tell you what not to do. You guys, I'll tell you right now, a lot of massage therapists are going out there hitting up doctors or medical professionals and like asking for referrals. Please don't do that. It's so tacky. It's like they see you as you're just preying on their clientele. Like, oh, hey, successful doctor, you have all these people. Like, your approach is everything. And it takes me about 8 weeks to teach people that, Jamie. So, but just think about that, okay? Like, you may have better success with your messaging going towards the families of people or the individuals with cancer, okay? All right, so Roberta, anyone? Okay, that's not a niche. That's not a niche, but mostly older with anxiety, depression, PTSD, stress, mood. Okay, so, oh good, retired social worker. That's perfect for you, Roberta. So you're dealing with like mental health, but you're approaching it from a bodywork perspective. Brilliant. Love it. Okay. All right. So Yeah, it's perfect, Rhonda. You guys, like I said, you're welcome anywhere, but I hope that as those of you that are graduates of my program, I hope you utilize those resources that I'm offering to you guys specifically. Okay. All right, so let's see. Roberta says, oh, good. Opening a brick and mortar in March. Temporary sublet was slow, but March was, yeah, you can do this. You can do this, you guys. Best thing you can do is visualize your victory. What does it look like when you have all the things that you want? Visualize it. Paint a very vivid picture and spend some time in that land. Okay? All right. Tilo, yes, you better fly me out when all this goes well. Are you kidding? Hell yes. I love it. Thank you, Vince. Vince wants to encourage you guys to work with me because it will benefit you more than you think. And Jessica's here. Oh, it's like a party. It's like a family reunion. I love it. All right, you guys, let's see. What other questions do you have? Sorry for my jiggling screen. I'm on my phone and I'm scrolling down to see. Make sure I didn't miss any of these awesome comments and questions. Okay, good. All right, so there's another, let's see. Gosh, there was somebody. So I did a Facebook Live earlier this week, you guys, in this group about Cassandra's post about why you should never, if somebody inquires, is asking for more information, why you should never just give them your rates. Okay, so if you missed that, you can just go to the videos tab of this group, and I just kind of rapped about that for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. I wanted to address this too. Joya had posted this question. She says the client comes into her clinic where she's an employee, probably on meth during the massage. She's scattered and mumbles, can't handle the lightest pressure, doesn't stop moving, incredibly high maintenance, Boss says we can't ethically refuse to treat her. That's BS. You guys, it's a total contraindication to work on somebody who's high on meth. And even if she's not high on meth and hasn't admitted, like she's going to walk in and say, by the way, I'm high on meth. If this person is just difficult to work with and you can't give them a massage, that's reason enough to end the session and walk out on that. Okay, you can totally refuse treatment with people. At least here in the United States, you can. Canadians, chime in. Anywhere else in the world, chime in. Okay. Let's see. And there was another thing I wanted to comment on, but I haven't, I couldn't find it. There's another Cassandra who shared her first post. Welcome, Cassandra. Let's see here. It's gonna bug me, but all right, let me look at if you guys have any other questions that you've put in the chat here. Oh, I love it. Katie says, take the course. I quadrupled my business in the 8 weeks. Hello. So awesome. And the rebranding Rebecca teaches was beyond crucial. My path is going up and up. I'm expanding to another state, actually, too. Her program works. Thank you, Katie. Can I get that in writing from you so I can put that on my website? Love it. Hey, what's up? Is it Kanal? I know I get to talk to you this week, but tell me how to say your name, okay? So, yes, Nikki says here in Ontario, you can and should refuse treatment if the client is intoxicated, even if you suspect they are. Seriously, really, somebody's walking to be like, by the way, right? So, of course you can, okay? All right, so let's see here. Gosh dang it, what was the question? It was I even replied and said I was going to, I was going to address it in the, oh, here we go. Bear with me, guys. Nope, that was the other one I already answered. Okay, let me see if there's something else. Yeah, I don't know. All right, it'll come to me if I remember it, if it's important. So, okay, so Jamie said, watched your webinar, loved it. Yay, I'm so glad. You guys share it with your friends too, okay? You can share the link directly off of my Facebook page, which is just Rebecca Overson Coaching, I think, or just RebeccaOverson.com, all right? She's curious if you could give an example or two of strategizing and how you approach that. So I think what you're asking, Jamie, is you've got, is I talk about doing things with a strategy. So that's another reason why you need a mentor and a coach, because there's no one size fits all strategy. Okay, so keep that in mind. But most therapists haven't thought to think about doing things strategically. They're just throwing the spaghetti at the wall and hoping that it sticks. That's what I talk about in the webinar, the cross your fingers and hope it works marketing. You know, so like I have a current student in my program that was working out of, you know, just kind of renting a space and I think it was like in a mental health clinic. And then she got really clear she wanted to serve women, specifically women over 40, who are kind of reclaiming their own lives. You know, they're like done having children or not having children and just coming back into their own. And she realized that her location was just not, it wasn't in alignment. So she moved. So in 8 weeks, she literally totally rebranded her practice, declared her niche, got all of her marketing stuff ready to go, and even rented a space and is booking clients, right? So because when you have a strategy, what that means is about being, what that means, Jamie, it's about having everything congruent. All right. So if you have a prenatal massage practice, don't rent a space in a salon. That's ridiculous. In fact, you guys, quite frankly, I didn't say this, but I don't think massage belongs in salons. Okay. Unless you're doing just spa type of services, you can't expect to build a sports massage or a clinical massage practice in a salon. Things like that, right? So that's what I mean. It's like you have to make sure that what you're doing is actually making sense for your clientele, for the people that you want to attract, for the work that you want to do. Also, salons are noisy and smelly, and it's like the worst thing for massage. But anyway, and that being said, you guys, there are people that have also been very successful in salons, so don't feel like I just rained on your parade, but general rule of thumb. Okay, so does that, I don't know if Jamie, if that kind of gives you enough to chew on, you know, but I think the example I give in the webinars, I talked about, you know, when I opened a prenatal massage practice, I networked with my midwives. I started with my midwives because that was who I knew. And I rented an office in their office. And, you know, everything I did was centered around serving this particular type of client, pregnant women. Okay. So, yeah, there's a lot of bad advice with marketing out there. A lot of therapists just like running around going, blah, 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 book with me, get a relaxing massage. And it's just, you know, you're just being invisible because that's what everybody else is selling. Oh, I was going to post this. Speaking of which, I may have mentioned this earlier, I think maybe just to my students, but when I was in Taiwan last week, there's these places, it's called the night market, and it's literally a tourist night market. The sign, it's like this beautiful alley. There's this lit sign. And there's all these stores and shops, and they just sell all the things. Okay, there's food, there's like markets, there's you know, touristy stuff. And you guys, in one block, I counted 9 massage places. 9 massage places on one block. And they were all advertising the same thing: 20-minute massage or 30-minute massage, feet or neck and shoulders or back. And it's all through the clothes, you know, except feet. They have you take off your shoes and stuff, right? They were all charging the same thing, all doing the exact same thing. Some of them had like, you know, 2 chairs for foot massages and maybe 2 tables for like back massages or whatever. And others had like 20, you know. So it's like walking. We went to the first one that we saw because it was just the first one we saw. We didn't know there were 8 others right around the corner. But there was one we found around the corner that was charging only 299 Taiwan dollars instead of 400 Taiwan dollars for massage. So when you are doing the same thing that everybody's doing, the only thing you have to compete on is your rates. And that's like a race to the bottom for our industry. Okay, so anyway, just kind of, I know I got a little off track with Jamie's question, but again, Jamie, the point is you got to start with a niche, and then you got to have everything else line up with it. Your marketing strategies, your physical presentation, your communication, your website, your colors, your logo, your messaging, all of those things. Okay. So, all right. So yeah, Christine, maybe it was cancellation policies. Well, let me know if you guys have any questions about cancellation policies. And now that you've put that in my brain, maybe the specific thing I wanted to talk about will come to me. So, okay. Thank you, Robin. You guys, Robin just posted that link. It's a free resource. It's a link to my 5 shifts webinar, 5 shifts for building a successful massage practice, even if you're surrounded by competition. Okay. Guys, like really, I've yet to find a problem that I can't solve. I've yet to have literally encounter a problem in this industry that I can't solve, which is a pretty powerful place to be because like I've had people build practices in really rural areas. I've had people build practices in super high dense population, lots and lots of competition areas. I've had people build practices with next to no money. I've had people go from making $80,000 a year to making $120,000 a year. I've had people go from making $100 a month to $10,000 a month, right? Like, because so much of it, it's not only that strategy, Jamie, but it's so much of it is mindset. So much of it is changing how you think, and you can't do that by yourself. You have to do that with a coach, with a mentor. So, hey, Natalie, massage family, it has been a while. Great to see you. I love it. And Katie says massage school does teach you marketing, but the program does. It takes some time, work, but if you put the effort in, you will be successful. I now know how to work in between sessions, how to talk to clients, how to follow up, how to present my brand. I tried to see if it sticks and it didn't work. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, massage schools don't. I did a discovery call just yesterday with somebody who was saying, well, gosh, I went to a massage school that didn't teach me anything about business, or at least just not enough. I was like, hello? Pretty much zero massage schools teach business. They don't want to teach business. That's their job, is to get you licensed, not to have you be successful. Their job is to get you to pass your tests, not to succeed as a therapist. Make sense? So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, is because it's this giant gaping hole in the industry, and I just figured out a quick way to fix it. So it's pretty awesome, right? Yeah, exactly, Nikki. And Nikki just got back from Asia too. She was in Thailand and a bunch of places. But yeah, so many massage businesses in one place, right? Yes, Jamie, $120 a year for massage. It can be done, okay? I have a lot of graduates that have a goal to break six figures, and they do it, okay? Now, I will say, Jamie, usually they have at least one employee, okay? Technically, I don't work with people that have more than 3 or 4 employees, but my business partner does. So we got all covered. So what's up, Carrie? Hey, Louisa, happy to see you back. Thank you. Exactly, Jessica, that is my thing. If there was a problem, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolve it. Exactly. Oh, Jessica, I just love you. Jessica, why have we never had lunch? You live 10 minutes from me. I'm a little pissed about this. Can we fix this week? Do you want to get lunch tomorrow? What are you doing? Message me. Okay. All right. So, and by the way, also, so Robin, will you also post because I actually just saw a couple of people just private message me about my program. So Robin, will you post the Work With Me page on my website? You guys, this is a page that talks about what I'm looking for in people before you apply to work with me. Okay. This is not a thing that's like open for registration for everybody. I will not offer you a spot in the program if it's not going to serve you. Okay. I'm not going to sell you something you don't need. All right. I'm very transparent about that. So I have a little page on my website that talks about my program and what the prerequisites are, so that you know if it's the right time, and then you fill out an application and you schedule a 45-minute discovery call with me where we're going to look together to see what's really going on. So you guys, look, when people don't have enough clients, do you know that's not the problem? That is a symptom of lots of other possible things. So a lot of times it's like you go to a doctor and you say, gosh, I have this problem, and I have this rash or something, or I have this stuffy nose that won't go away, and you're just thinking about your stuffy nose, but maybe they diagnose you with an allergy of some type, right? So that's what we do on these calls, is we look at your problems so I can diagnose them and see if I can fix those problems, and make sure that you're looking at your business seriously and that you have the right commitment level and things like that too. But so anyway, Robin just posted that link for those of you that are messaging me privately. You can just go to that and you can get on my schedule. By the way, I think I'm booked out like 2 weeks right now, you guys. I'm really sorry. So grab whatever spots you can. If I can get you in sooner or open up more time, I most certainly will. Okay. I know, like, for some of you, the time is like now. You're not messing around. You want to fix this right now. Okay. So, all right. So let's see what else. What other questions y'all have? What do you guys want to talk about? Guess what? I ordered some new Oracle cards. Robin ordered them for me, and they're going to be here soon. So hopefully next week I'll have a beautiful new deck of cards to share with you guys. So I want to ask you guys a question. All right, I want to ask you guys a question. Why do you think it is that most massage therapists burn out in less than 3 years? Okay? Post your answer to the question below. Why do you think most massage therapists burn out in less than 3 years? Okay? Because, like, do you realize what a huge problem this is? Do you realize that in this industry, pretty much most people are screwed? Like, the odds are against us. Mostly the only people making money in the massage industry are the schools. They're cranking out, and again, I feel like people are gonna show up at my door with torches, and I'm like, this is heresy, and I'm not bagging on anyone. I'm just telling the truth, which is who's making money. The most money in this industry are probably franchise owners and schools. And when I had the levels of success that I had with my practice, I looked around and I didn't see anyone else that was like me that was doing it. I saw massage envies, I saw spas, I saw, things like that. But I didn't know any single moms with 3 children, with no loans, with no debt, who literally took $500 and turned it into a 6-figure massage practice in a very short period of time, and then ran that and then sold it. Like I didn't see a lot of that going on. I didn't see a lot of these solo practitioners that were having these levels of success. I mostly saw a lot of massage therapists that were like giving away massages for $35 and, like totally undervaluing themselves and being flaky and flighty and struggling. And, that's when I had a good hard look in the mirror one day and I thought, Rebecca, you can do something about this, and that's why I do what I do now, is because I look at that. The industry is comprised of solo practitioners. Most massage therapists are likely to be self-employed, and most massage therapists are likely to make about $34,000 a year, which is fine maybe if you're a single person. But if you have a family to support or a spouse, or you have no other sources of income, that's barely above poverty level, at least here in the United States. That's not okay with me. I hope it's not okay with you guys either, because this is not about being greedy. This is about having respect for yourself. I talk to so many of you that, like, I ask you, what are your goals? And you're like, well, I want to make $4,000 or $5,000 a month. And I say, okay, why? Why that number? Well, I'll just cover my needs. Why? Why are we just thinking, I just want to cover my needs? I think we have this massive fear of being greedy, of you being perceived as something other than just this completely helpy, generous, giving person. But you guys, you can't do what you love and not make a living doing it. You can't keep doing it. And that is a disease that's rampant in this industry, right? So let me see here. I see a bunch of comments kicking in here. So let me, I asked the question, why do you think so many massage therapists burn out? And let's see. Yeah. So, Rachel, that's a really good one. Rachel says a big question, but I'm having a lot of issues with professional jealousy, like a few truly nasty therapists. Like, Rachel, so they're pulling you down, or you're jealous of other people's success. Because that does happen, you guys. I know sometimes when I post these incredible success stories with my graduates, some people message me and it makes them feel like crap. They tell me it's inspiring on one level, but on another level, they're like, well, what's wrong with me? Guys, there's nothing wrong with you. What's wrong with you is you don't know business. You don't know how to self-promote. You don't know how to market. You don't know sales. You can be a great body worker, and that doesn't mean you're going to have clients. So take the pressure off and understand that when you're a solo practitioner, you have 2 jobs: body work, sales, and marketing, and all the other things around it: practice management, customer service, all that stuff. And that's generally not, you didn't get 1,000 hours of that in massage school, or 600 or whatever you did. You didn't, you got 600 hours of body work and maybe 10 hours of practice building or something. See how imbalanced that is? So Rachel, tell me more about that. I'm just curious. Physically overworked. Yes, Katie, I think is the case for people that are employed at places that book them with 6 to 8 sessions a day and they're just cranking out massages. Do you solo practitioners that have full practices, do you worry about burnout, and how do you manage that? I'd like to know. Happy says they burn out. Hi, Happy. They burn out. And Happy, is that your real name or is that a nickname? I'm just dying to know. Okay, so tell me. All right, they burn out because they overwork and undercharge. Yes, you did simplify it. Also, you've watched my webinar. They're working too hard and not making enough money. It's either because they're being paid not enough money, or in a private practice, they're just got a giant hole in the bottom of their practice bucket and they're just losing money hand over fist. Like Taekwondo, I was just telling you. Taekwondo already has an amazing practice. She's got an employee. She's got room renters. She's already at the level where a lot of people would like to be. And she made 20% more this month than she did before because we fixed some of her leaks. See what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily mean you have to like work harder or do more sessions. Some of you will make more money by shifting a couple of things in your practice that you're just doing wrong. Okay. Yes, Rachel, could be because they don't manage their time. I think it could be, Rachel, maybe that they're just feeling spread too thin, or maybe they're the kind of therapist that thinks they have to be on call all the time for everybody. Their schedule's wide open, or they have an 8-hour day and they see a client at 9 o'clock and then a client at 3 p.m. and they're just wasting, a bunch of time. Yeah, could be. Yeah, Nancy. Yeah, if they work for someone else, they're usually overworked and underpaid. Poor time management. This is good. Other people's energies are just overwhelming. Yeah, that's really a boundaries thing though, Rachel. It's really a boundaries. It's a boundaries thing. You guys, I'm going to say, boy, I'm going to upset a lot of people in this live Q&A tonight. But this is another thing, and you guys could totally disagree with me, and that's fine. But you can keep your beliefs. I'm going to keep mine. I don't take on other people's shit. I just don't do it. I was taught that in massage school, get grounded. And there's a lot of good reasons to do things like that. But I just refuse. I do not buy into the idea that I'm going to take on other people's energy. I just decided that doesn't apply. Because I think so much of us believe this. And so we get all exhausted because we're feel like we're taking on people's stuff as if we don't have a say in that. You do have a say in that. Don't take on other people's stuff. Have boundaries. And there are also a lot of codependent people in this industry. Myself being a recovering codependent. I'm not kidding you guys, it's an addiction. Caretaking can be an addiction where you derive your sense of self-worth by helping other people and fixing other people. It literally can operate like an addiction and totally drain you. So Rachel, you're totally spot on. All right. Not taking care of themselves for sure can help, for sure. Overworking, not taking care of their body. I talked to another person that she's actually one of my new students in my program who had to take a year off from Massage Envy for an overuse injury. A year. She ended up having a baby during that time, so that was cool, but is it worth it? Is it worth injuring yourself to do this, right? Okay. Yeah. Not taking care of themselves and they lose their passion. Why do therapists burn out? Nikki says because they don't take care of their bodies. They work too many hours and because the money isn't great in many places. Totally agree. Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Miss you. If I'm physically not capable anymore to do more massages, is your program for me? I'm in my 11th year as a massage therapist. I don't know, Debbie. Why don't you book a call with me and let's look? But why don't you tell me for now, how many massages are you doing? See, yeah, Debbie, just book a call with me, okay? But you don't have to do more massages. You guys know you don't have to do more massages. I teach people how to raise their rates. Most of my students raise their rates within the first couple weeks of the program. So if you're solidly booked and you can't do more massages, but you want to make more money, I don't know, Debbie, it depends on what problems you have, what problems you're trying to solve. So if you want to make more money, if you want to get rid of crappy clients, if you want to have more boundaries around your schedule, if you want, I don't know what your goals are. So just schedule a call with me and let's look, okay? Also, Nikki says, this is a female-dominated industry, which I love, but if this were a male-dominated industry, we'd all be making more money. I'm going to tend to agree with you on that one, Nikki. I really am, and I don't want to get into gender wars and things like that, but it's true. Think about this. Generally speaking, and there are exceptions, generally speaking, women are not they're not seen or held out to be the breadwinners. Okay, now, you guys, I'm living large on some big-ass stereotypes right now. But you know what I'm saying? How I was raised, I totally expected that my husband would take care of me. I completely expected. I'm going to go to college as a fallback. I'm going to have a career skill just in case my husband dies or something, or is rendered incapacitated, can't work. I completely was raised that way. And a lot of the women I employed as massage therapists were not the sole providers for their family. They had spouses or partners or, whatever level of relationship that it was, a dual earning income or he was the main provider and hers was, grocery money, something like that, right? But yeah, I mean, if for the men, actually, I see a lot of very successful men in this industry because I think they refuse to settle for the employee wages and they go out there and they totally kick ass, So yeah, all right. Vince says I burn out because they're stuck in the I want to help, but if I charge, I'm greedy. Totally, you guys. Mindset issues will kill you. Mindset issues will destroy your career. Money issues are one of the biggest problems I solve. Money, belief, money, mindset stuff. It is one of the biggest underlying self-sabotaging, crazy-making, poverty-inducing things, in this industry. Is just this whole idea that if I charge what I want to charge, people will think I'm greedy, or if I raise my rates, I'll lose all my clients and that kind of BS. So yeah, totally. Goes back to the working too hard and not making enough money. And those are those diseases that are, those are the underlying causes of those symptoms for sure. Yep, self-care, big time, Roberta, thank you. And then Alexis says they never discovered the right formula for them. A lack of nourishment in their body, mindset, become discouraged. Yeah, totally. You guys, and that's why I love doing this. You don't have to, because you don't have to do this alone. I was so alone in my massage career. I didn't even think of having a mentor. The only people I knew that had practices were my teachers in massage school. But they were too busy. You know what I mean? I felt stupid asking questions. I felt stupid saying, hey, I'm struggling, because I knew I was a gifted body worker and I'd invested so much in my education and it was my passion. It was my dream. I was 17 when I went to massage school. I was a baby. This was what I wanted to do. I didn't go to college till I was 30. Well, I didn't graduate from college till I was 30, but you know what I mean? I was alone. And so that's why I created this, because I want this to be a safe space for you guys to talk about help, ask for help. You can't figure some of these things out on your own. So yeah. Okay. So Jessica says, yes, you can. I'm limited to, she's replying to Debbie Nichols' question. That yes, you don't have to take on more clients and you can still make more money. Jessica says, I'm limited to how many sessions I can do, and I've been making $4,000 to $6,000 a month consistently. So Rachel, I have people copying me, trashing my education, reporting me to the city, and I'm not doing anything wrong, and mad you have clients. All right, Rachel, we should definitely talk. I might want to give you guys some coaching in that. I don't know. Rachel, I don't know. You guys, I don't want to coach anyone without permission, because sometimes coaching is a little bit invasive. But gosh, Rachel, I'd love to dig in with you on that. So yeah, lack of knowledge for sure. Lack of knowledge in running a business and the different roles needed to play. Totally. Yep. Cool. Happy, your name is Happy. I love that. I think it's beautiful. I think it's just great. That's awesome. Yep. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Katie says, I did, but I recently learned more modalities that keep in my niche that aren't physically demanding, like craniosacral therapy, and expanding my self-care lessons and workshops business. I just don't do body work. I'm balancing out in order to remain in this business. Yeah, you guys, look, there were a lot of things, even though I had a successful practice, there were a lot of other things I did that supplemented my income. I had retail, I had a doTERRA, I still do. I had, courses and we had, classes and all kinds of other things that you can do. And that's going back to that original question that Danny asked about your niche. It's another reason why your niche is so important. I'm going to put on a mug. You can't do shit in this industry without a niche. Robin, that's what we're going to send to all my graduates. Without a niche, you can't be a superhero. And maybe you guys, that's not the word. Maybe you guys don't want to be a superhero, but you know what I mean? You can't, if you want to be known for something and you really want to make an impact, you need to be an expert at something. That's another reason why niche is so important. So let's see. Hi, Sarah. Yeah, I love it, Jessica. Thanks for help supporting Debbie. She says she works 4 days a week. See 3 to 4 clients a day. Did the program 2 years ago. Highly recommend it. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, good. Good. Yeah, Debbie, like I said, we'll look and see. If it's not going to serve you, it's not a good fit, I won't offer you a spot in the program. So you really have nothing to lose. Okay. All right. Jamie says, is your program okay for people who are just barely getting started? Oh, hell yes. Or more towards seasoned practitioners looking to grow. Started my practice a month ago. Yes, Jamie, we should totally talk. It's for both. Okay. And I definitely work with more people. Well, I don't know. I'd have to look at statistics. I do work with a lot of people that are just getting started. Let me answer your question with another question, Jamie. How much longer are you willing to struggle on your own to try to figure this out? And if the answer is 2 years, then go do that. And then talk to me in 2 years if it's not working or you want to go to the next level. Okay. But it's really not necessarily about how long you've been in practice. It's how sick you are of struggling. Okay. So, right? There you go, right? How sick you are of staying where you're at, whether that's brand new in practice, whether that's 3 years into practice, whether that's 18 years in the practice. I've seen it all and I worked with it all. So yeah, not a problem. Yeah. Carrie says, I think me or self is the biggest reason why we don't succeed. For sure. Mindset is everything, you guys. It's everything. That's why you can't just go get some book about building a practice and follow all the steps and think it's going to work. You're living, breathing human beings and you have limiting beliefs, you have negative emotions, you have all kinds of things going on in your space and in your heart and your mind that are going to affect your ability to execute strategies. See? You know, you're exactly right, Carrie. I love it. Hi, Troy. Good to see you, my darling. Happy. Okay, good. Let's see. And then, yeah, Jessica says all levels will thrive. I love we're just talking about my program, you guys. This is a Q&A about my program tonight. But you know what? And I do have to say, I've been a little bit reserved and shy. Like nobody loves self-promotion. But also, you guys, like something's been rising up in me. And if you don't mind me just sharing a little bit, just personal, like I see so many therapists struggling that think that that's how it's supposed to be. And lately, something's just been rising up in me. It's like, it's not okay. It's not okay that when somebody like me who's figured this out and can give you the map in 8 weeks, why would you not all be rearranging your lives to do whatever it takes to get in that kind of program with that kind of mentor? I don't say this to boast, but I really do know what I'm doing. I am so confident. I am so confident. Like, guys, like if you are dealing with an oncologist, would you want an oncologist that says, well, you know, I'm pretty okay at this type of surgery. I mean, I've done it a few times and, you know, sometimes it doesn't quite go the way we plan it to, but you know, that's just the risk. And, you know, but like, but I'm willing to take a chance on you. I'm willing to take you as a patient and let's give it a go. No, you want a doctor that's going to come in and say, I am the best in the world at this type of situation, and I know exactly what to do. My cute little nephew, Isaac, just had a liver transplant from his father, who's my ex-husband Rob's cousin. So he's had this very rare form of liver cancer. And because of the expertise, because they went to New York, even though they live in Arizona, they sought out the best of the best. You guys quit messing around with your lives. Your lives are at stake. If you don't figure this stuff out, you will struggle and you will fail and you will quit. You know, so anyway, I hope you don't mind me getting a little bold and personal there and just being brazen, but like, I have worked with enough massage therapists and I have seen ridiculously incredible results. I am confident I am the best coach in the world for massage therapists. Okay? So if you're not messing around either, then you should get your butt on my schedule and we should like seriously work this out. I have so many amazing things in store for you guys. Even my graduates too. There's so many of you on the call tonight. I just love it. I've just got so many things. I am just ready to disrupt this industry and like get massage therapists out of poverty and out of desperation. Are you guys with me? Am I crazy or am I right on? Tell me, all right? Seriously. Yes, Laura, you can see this video later. Hi, Mark. Let's do our podcast. Let's do another one. Don't bitch, work your niche. That's it. I'm going to start a whole line of another line of inspirational creations for you guys. Okay. I love it. I love it. Okay. So let's see here. You don't have to put serious thought on your niche before our call. You really don't have to do that. Okay. We'll get that figured out. We'll get that sorted on the program. You don't need to have anything in place for our call. Okay. Don't worry. I got you. All right. So let's see. Vince, take my advice. Give up on the struggle. Yeah. Vince, you're one of those people I talk about. Vince is a graduate of my program. He says, been doing this for almost 20 years and couldn't see my blocks. Vince had some big mindset shifts that allowed him to just like dial things in. And he's a pro, guys. 20 years in this field, right? It's not like he doesn't know what he's doing on the massage table. You just have blind spots. Okay, so yes. Okay, good. Yeah, fear. Yeah, fear of losing money. Totally. You guys, 100% of the people I talk to want to work with me. And you know what? The only thing that stops them from actually giving me their credit cards is they're afraid. They're afraid of investing in something and having it not turn out. And I'm going to tell you right now, the only reason you won't get results working with me is if you don't do shit. Is if you literally don't show up. And actually, even that, I've had some people enroll in my program and I never even see them because their practices suddenly take off because of the clarity they got in that 45-minute call with me and because they put their money where their mouth is. So it's kind of strange, but it does work that way. Okay, and I've got your back, 100%. Okay, look at how much money you're losing right now, Troy. And I know Troy. Troy is a very dear, near, personal friend. Troy and I shared our very first massage office. I don't know if it was yours, Troy, but my very first massage office mate was Troy. Okay, so yeah, you guys think about, gosh, one of my people I posted about, one of my graduates, I keep them generally anonymous unless I'm like calling them out on these calls. But she made an extra $70,000 in the last year. She was making about $1,000 a month. She bumped it up to $7,000. I don't know, do the math. Maybe my math is wrong. Think about that. Even if I charged $10,000 to work with me, it'd be worth it. You might have to go borrow money from people, but it's an investment. You're not going into debt. You're not spending money. You're investing and you're getting a return on the investment. Okay? Another way to look at it is how much money you're leaving on the table every month that your practice isn't full. Some of you, a lot of you as solo practitioners should be making $5,000, $8,000, $10,000 a month if you wanted to, if you're working full time or more. Okay? You can totally do that. So just do the math. How many months has it been since you weren't making exactly how much you could be making? If you're leaving $4,000 a month on the table, then that's a pretty expensive practice. It's pretty expensive. All right. So I totally get it. Yeah. Lots. Exactly. Just do the math. You know, if I was totally full, if I charge $85 an hour and I could be seeing 20 clients a week, here, let's just do the mother effing math. Here we go. If I have 20 clients a week and that's times 4.5 weeks in a month, I could be seeing 90 clients a month. If I charge $85 an hour, I should be grossing $7,650. Okay? And then you can go, well, I only saw 15 clients this month. All right. Well, so 15 clients times 85 an hour. Was that right? That's $1,275. So you're basically leaving $6,000 on the table every month. That's expensive. It's expensive to not know what to do. Okay. All right. So let's see. You guys run out of time and I want to pull a card too. So sorry. I just got all I got all on my soapbox about it, you guys. Thanks for listening. Okay. So Annie says, oh, let's see. Annie, hold on. Annie, I'm going to answer this question, but bring these questions to the program. Okay. This is a free call, you guys. This is not part of, those of you that are in my program, this is not part of one of the calls that's included in your program. Okay. All right. Don't have a separate phone line for business. And Annie, I'll answer that on Tuesday or answer that in the Facebook group for you. Okay. Yeah, a lot of therapists that don't do the math. That's another reason why they struggle too. Okay. So, yeah, Annie, great question about separate cell phone or line for business. You don't have to do that. You can get a cloud, an IP phone number that just routes to your cell phone. So you could publish a different number if you wanted. There's lots of ways to do that, but we're out of time, so I can't fully answer that question. All right, my loves. You ready for some wisdom from the universe? Here we go. Everybody, think of a situation that you need some guidance or clarity on. Bring something deliberate to mind and post in the comments that you have yours. Say, got mine, got mine. You don't have to say what it is, okay? All right, so, okay, good. Oh, got it, Rob. Okay, got it, Annie. And I'm so sorry, we're just out of time. We're actually a minute past the hour, so. Okay. Okay, you guys ready? We're gonna do Animal Spirit tonight. We're just gonna do one card tonight, sorry. I gotta pick up my kids. All right, here we go. So, you got yours, thank you. Troy, Katie, Kirby, Kanal. Okay, so here's what we pulled on your behalf. Now, how this works is you're gonna make some meaningful connections via your unconscious mind that's gonna help to give you the guidance and direction that you need, okay? So this is the card that we got, which is Raccoon. I don't think I've ever pulled this card before, but let me tell you what Raccoon is all about. Raccoon is all about, talented, shadowy, and in hiding. I just love this. All right, Raccoon energy is at play within all artists to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent. By the way, you guys know you're all artists, right? You may not paint pictures, but you sculpt bodies and then they walk away. All right, so don't think this doesn't apply to you. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. Mindset, sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times, it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, so when in balance, generous friend, exceptional artist. Guys, I want you to substitute artist with healer or therapist. Okay, in fact, I'm gonna read this again. Raccoon energy is at play within all healers to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular skill. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. You guys, a lot of you don't succeed because you don't believe you can. And you may not ever know that or admit to that, but a lot of you pretend to be doing all the things to succeed, but there's a big weight on you that is holding you back and you may not even be aware of it. Okay, I see that a lot in this industry. Imposter syndrome, it's a thing. Okay, so that's why I like this. Is sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in a therapist's favor. Okay, this whole like pretending, right? Other times it limits our creativity. Am I who my clients think I am? What if I'm ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. Isn't that so cool? When it's out of balance, you will be competitive and a starving artist or a starving healer. I see that too. Guys, for a really good read, pick up the book, Real Artists Don't Starve. It's by Mark something, I don't know, I can't remember. It's called Real Artists Don't Starve. Really good one. Okay, so consider if you are struggling or you're starving or feeling competitive, you need to bring into alignment or resolve these issues around self-image and success. Okay, and there's nothing that makes me happier than helping you guys to do that. All right, so I hope this was valuable to you. I hope you got a lot of our time together. And I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to serve you guys. Really, truly, this brings me so much joy. I love this group. I love my students. I love my graduates. You guys are just amazing human beings. Oh, thank you, Robin. See how amazing she is? She just posted the link, the link to the book for you guys. Okay, so there you go. All right. Okay, so you guys post any insights, takeaways, breakthroughs, ahas. Post them in the comments below. Tell me what you got out of this live Q&A. And yeah, if there's anything else you need, just post in the questions below. Tag me in the comments. I'm happy to help you. And if you're a graduate of mine, you've got use those resources. If you're a student of mine, go use those resources, and I will support you that way as well. Okay? Love you guys so much. I'll see you next week. Bye.